the purpose of this screencast is to get you started with Sway. So what you will want to do is open up 365, Office 365, log in, and go to your little waffle thing here. Click on it, and all of your 365 apps will come up. So click on Sway. Okay, as you can see, all of the different Sways that I have on my account are all here. Lots of student Sways. But there's one that I like to show you, and it's one that I created in order to show my students how to make them. Okay, so this is a Sway that I made for my students. There we go. And when I open it up, it has three different windows, if you will. It has the All Cards window, the Storyline window, and then a Preview window. Okay? The All Cards window, which is right here, this basically tells you what the structure of the Sway will be. So this is where you're going to design the Sway structure. This is where you're going to edit the Sway. The Storyline is where you edit the Sway within the structure. And then the Preview is a look at what it is going to look like when it's done. So to give you an idea, let's go back again. This is the title page. This is a heading page, which you would get right here. This is a text box. Okay, so you see you would kind of move this over to that side and then type in there. And what you should come out with is a pretty cool finished product. So here's the preview. This is what it looks like when it's online. And I can scroll down and see my parts to it. So here's what a heading looks like. It's got diagrams. There's also a video that has been input into it.
Hi, everyone.
So this is what a Sway could look like. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to go back to where we started with the Sways after you go to the waffle, create new. Now we're going to make our own Sway. So create new. Okay, and it wants you to title your Sway. So since I am working in geology right now, I'm going to click on here and call it Rocks. Okay? It's important to make sure that your students also put their name on the title page. It'll save you a lot of heartache trying to figure out who sways who afterwards. So my title of this Sway is Rocks, and I'm going to say by Pam Cummins. There we go. Okay? So, if I want to see what it's going to look like online, I can go to Preview. And that's what it'll look like right now. I really don't like this A, so I can change the design if I'd like to. And there's two ways I can change the design. I can either hit Remix, which is right up here, and that'll change the whole look of it. And I can do that until I find one that I like. Or another way that you can do that is hit Design, which is right over here. And this will give you various different designs, different colors and fonts and things like that that you can use. But for now, let's just stick with this design. So now I was in my preview, and I want to get back to my storyline. I can just click on Storyline, and I'm back here. Alright, so even though the font's okay, it's still kind of boring, I think. So I can put a background in. I'd click Background, and there's a couple of things that you can do for the background. You can go to any of the suggested. So if you have a file in your OneDrive or in your Flickr, or you want to look up things on Bing, or you want to upload something from your computer, you can do that. But another cool thing that they have here is that if you go up to Search Sources and click, put in what you're looking for, and do a search for it. Now, one reason why I like to do it this way is that Sway scours the internet for relevant photos that are copyright free. So they're part of the Creative Commons. So if you did decide to upload this live to the internet, there would not be any copyright issues at all. So let's take a look and see if there's a picture I like. Well, this one looks pretty good, I guess. So what I'm going to do is take this and drag it over here. There we go. Okay, so now if I want to see what that looks like, I can go to Preview. And there's my title page. Let's go back to the storyline. Okay, and here we go. Now you can see we went back to the storyline, but this is still here instead of the cards. So to get to the cards, you can just hit Cards up here, and that'll bring you back to this. Okay, so now that we have rocks, maybe I want to add a heading. A heading is kind of like the bold-face type, the beginning of a chapter or something like that. So maybe we'll hit heading. And I want to call this, since rocks is chapter 2, I want to call this chapter 2. Yeah, there you go, chapter 2. Okay? Now, I could put a picture in that too, but I think we're good for now. All right, so now we have a heading there. Maybe we want to add some text. So we click on text. So you see, this is the structure, and this is how you edit it. So we clicked on the text, and maybe we want to add some text. Okay, a rock is a blah, 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 blah. All right, so instead of typing all this, I can actually copy and paste it from something. Okay, so I just typed up a couple of sentences here just to make it faster. But the cool thing is your kids can also do this. So if they've written a report or something like that, and you want them to copy and paste some of the highlights of the report or the paper or the literature review or whatever you're having them do, they could copy and paste it from their own work and put it in there. So I'm going to take this, my Word document that I had previously kind of set up, copy it, and then paste it into here. Okay, so now I can preview this. Go to here and preview. Okay, this is what my sway is going to look like so far. You can see here that it's kind of cut off, and there's, 3 different panes. It's a little bit difficult to look at, I think, because you really can't see it unless you scroll sideways. Okay, so rather than scroll sideways, you can go up to navigation, which is right here. And you can choose how you want your layout to be. This one scrolls down like the previous example of my geology sway. This one here is like a 2-page type thing. So if we look at the preview, now we can get out of navigation and just look at the preview. Okay, right here, if we're using this kind of navigation, we can just kind of click through, and this to me is a lot nicer. So depending on what it is you're trying to accomplish, that will determine how you want your design to be, how you want your navigation to be. In our next sway, we're going to talk about inserting pictures, YouTube videos, and maybe we'll get into some graphs next time.